What's good, guys? This is the last minute predictions for UFC Vegas 94. Amanda Lemos versus Jandiroba. Next week we have UFC 304. I'm going to be uploading my full card predictions for that, so stay tuned for that. This is the last minute predictions for UFC Vegas 94. Amanda Lemos versus Jandiroba. It's going to be a good card, guys. We have Mike Perry versus Jake Paul this Saturday too, so it's going to be a good Saturday, guys. Without further ado, let's get into it. Amanda Lemos plus 112, Jandiroba minus 138. We have to mention that. Jandiroba is the slight favorite. This is what I wrote in my notes, so we're going to go off of it right now. Lemos hits very hard on the feet, one-way traffic, not even close. Verna, if she gets takedown, she's very good on the ground. Lemos has very questionable takedown defense. Instead of picking a side, I think it's better the fight doesn't go the distance at minus 180. That's one of my best props. Fight doesn't go distance at minus 180. Sometimes there's an over 3.5. You could take the under 3.5 if it shows on FanDuel. That's pretty good. I'm trying to see the best odds and the best props for this fight, so it's a very, very generous. I think it's very generous at a minus 180. I think that's best and that's parlayable. Also, the discrepancy on the feet, I think for Amanda Lemos, is much wider than it is on the ground. Lemos has survived against Wei Lee 25 minutes. She survived against Durden. She isn't a fish out of water on the ground. However, Verna is a fish out of water in the striking department. It can look like that, but give me fight doesn't go distance at a minus 180. I'll take Verna by sub or decision. You can take that double chance. It reduces the odds by a lot. I'm going to be taking Verna by submission or decision inside the distance. And I'm going to be parlaying he's very handsome. I'm going to be parlaying Verna Jandiroba with Steve Garcia. Fight doesn't go distance. So I'm just giving you guys a safety parlay at minus 110. So I'll take Verna sub, Choi fight doesn't go distance, and Verna fight doesn't go distance comes out to a minus 110 safety parlay. So if you put this main event doesn't go the distance and the co-main event doesn't go the distance, it comes out to a minus 110 safety parlay that I already placed. However, safety parlay, Verna has never been finished. She's never been finished. But the smaller octagon favors Verna. I think somebody gets finished in this fight. So I'm going to be taking Verna to win this fight by submission inside the distance. But if you take this fight doesn't go distance at a minus 180 and you take the co-main doesn't go distance, it equals out to a minus 110, and that's very, very good two-hitter parlay. Next, we look at the face-offs too, guys. It looks very good. It looks very good when we look at them face-off. Not only the way they face off, but they look very in shape. They look very healthy, and they look like they're ready to scrap. This fight might be more entertaining than the boxing fight tomorrow. We'll see, though. Right here, we got Steve Garcia versus Seung Choi, guys. Steve Garcia is a minus 158. Minus 158 for Steve Garcia. Seung Choi plus 128. I have that this fight doesn't go the distance. Under 1.5 is juice to the grills, though. Under 1.5 is featherweight fights most likely go distance, and under 1.5 in this fight is over a minus 180, so that's insane for a featherweight fight, but it's more likely and it's more probable. Fight doesn't go distance, parlayable. Somebody's getting served. Both guys hit like trucks. Both guys are very hittable. Both guys have less than a 50% defensive rate. Not only that, both guys are very chinny. Garcia KO round 1 and 2 aren't that good numbers. Featherweight fight goes distance at pretty high clip. Woo Choi, Michael Trizano fight where they both got dropped, knocked down at the same time was a bad look on Seung Choi. Seung Choi looks very tall in this fight, but he's able to get dropped, guys. I'm going to be taking Steve Garcia to win this fight inside the distance by KO round 2 or 3. The props are more likely to happen round 1 or 2, but I'm going to be taking the round 2 or 3 KO for Steve Garcia. They're both likely to get knocked out. Somebody's going to get knocked out in this fight. I'm going to take the minus 158 Steve Garcia to win this fight. It's going to be a good fight, guys. Good fight. Next fight, guys. You guys already know about this one. We got Holobaugh versus Kaynan Kruschewsky. Holobaugh is a plus 112. His opponent, Kaynan, is a minus 138. Fun fight, better fight on the card. Some violence could be in a play. Very good finishes on both sides. Kruschewsky, 87% finish rate. Holobaugh, 85% finish rate. Holobaugh more durable. Has been finished twice, though. Tough, even at 37 years old. Holobaugh KO isn't bad at a plus 300. Kruschewsky is training with fighting nerds. I can see Kaynan decision, but Holobaugh will be working forward. Kaynan has been KO'd in both of his losses. Close fight. I lean Kruschewsky. I'll be staying away from this one. So this one's going to be a very, very crazy fight. I think Kruschewsky is able to win this fight, but I have him to win this fight by KO or decision. I think Holobaugh, for 37 years old, is tough as nails. He's going to walk right through, and there could be a finish in this fight. I'm going to be leaning with the Fighting Nerds just because Silva is a beast. I'm going to be going with Kruschewsky, and I think Fighting Nerds is going to be a very good gym that comes out. It already is a very good gym, but I think a lot of prospects are going to come from that gym. So give me Kruschewsky to win this fight inside the distance or by unanimous decision, 29-28. Bro, next fight, bro, this fight's going to be insane. Cody Durden versus Bruno Silva. Cody Durden. When we look at this fight, guys, it's going to be a very good fight. It's striker versus grappler. Cody Durden versus Bruno Silva, 3 rounds, flyweight. Cody Durden plus 180. Bruno Silva minus... those odds are not... I don't think those odds are actually correct. Alright, so these odds are a little off. These odds are a little off. My odds are a little off on the tracker, but I do have a small bet on this fight here. So I think this fight is your classic moment winner versus minute winner type fight, where Durden will be the minute winner, where he averages 5 takedowns per fight. Bruno Silva will be the moment winner. He will be dangerous, BJJ black belt, and multiple submissions. Cody has been subbed. Pick your poison. Pick your poison on this fight, guys. You see that you're going Bruno Silva to win by finish or Cody Durden to win by decision. Cody Durden by decision or Bruno by finish is how I'm looking at it. Bruno Silva was plus 130. Now he is a minus 115. So this fight is a dead pick'em. I can't see the odds. I wrote it down, but for some reason it's not here no more. Minus 115 by Silva by KO or on points is not bad. Plus 165 for Durden by points, plus 160. It's not that bad. Okay, so Silva by KO or on points is plus 165. Durden by points is plus 160. So this fight is actually going to be crazy. Silva was a plus 130, and he's now a minus 115. So the odds are getting closer and closer as the fight goes on. I'm going to be taking Silva to win this fight. I'm doing an official pick flip, guys. I chose Cody Durden to win this fight by decision. I thought his grappling was going to be a little bit better. He averages 5 takedowns per fight. He still can win this fight by decision. But I'm going to be leaning on the finish on the upside on Bruno Silva. And I'm going to be taking Bruno Silva to win this fight by finish inside the distance, 2nd or 3rd round. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to be taking Bruno Silva to win this fight by finish. It's going to be a very good fight. Cody Durden just has a very, very terrible striking, and we'll see how he does against Bruno Silva. Very good fight. Doo-Ho Choi versus Bill Algeo. Doo-Ho Choi is a plus 142. Bill Algeo is a minus 176. Fight goes distance is minus 146. Algeo by KO or on points is minus 110. I'm going to be taking Algeo by KO or on points. I think Algeo is better than Doo-Ho Choi. The only thing that scared me was when Pick'em's lock of the week is Doo-Ho Choi, so I'm like, oh my god, bro. So this is not a safe pick. This is not a safe pick at all. So I'm going to be going Bill Algeo to win this fight by KO or on points at a minus 110. Very, very risky fight. If you guys just want to sit back, relax, and watch this fight, I think you should. This fight is a very, very risky fight. Somebody's probably gonna get outclassed this fight for 15 minutes. I got Bill Algeo to win that fight. Unanimous decision, 29-28. Next fight, Hyder Amil versus Jeong Lee. Hyder Amil, the dog on this card, versus Jeong Lee. Jeong Lee, I believe Jeong Lee is the favorite. He is the favorite. Lee by KO on points is minus 140 to slim down the odds because Lee is like a minus 180, I believe, or minus 200. Hyder Amil is the underdog. Fight doesn't go the distance is minus 158 for this fight. I think it is one of the most probable fights. Jeong Lee is a finisher. Hyder Amil is going to walk right into the punches. Not only that, under at a pick'em is solid. It's around minus 120. So the under, I believe it's the under 2.5 is a minus 120. I have my eye on it. There's a good chance Amil can run into something. Lee has a ton of power. A black belt in BJJ. I like the under. I like this fight doesn't go the distance. I'm going to be taking Jeong Lee to win this fight by KO or inside the distance. By KO or by unanimous decision. Most likely KO round 2 or 3. Let's go Jeong Lee. Brian Kelleher versus Cody Gibson. Brian Kelleher is a plus 168. Cody Gibson is a minus 210, bro. Minus 210 for Cody Gibson. Brian Kelleher has just been knocked out time and time again, and he's lost his last fight, so that's why he's a massive underdog. Cody Gibson, one of the biggest favorites. I don't want to pay minus 200 on Cody. Kelleher looks done. He looks over the hill. Spine injury. 37 years old. I'm staying away from this fight. Fight doesn't go the distance is minus 145. I'd actually look at the over. I'm not sure which one of these fights. I'm not sure which one of these guys is getting a finish at this point in their careers. I'm not touching this fight for props. Gibson should win. So I'm going to be taking Gibson because I have to make a prediction, but I'm skipping this fight on the parlays. and I think this fight just doesn't go the distance. But actually, no. I think the fight doesn't go the distance is not good. I think it's more likely to go the distance just because Brian Kelleher has been knocked out time and time again. I don't think he'll get finished this fight. He might get finished this fight. I just don't think it's probable. I think this fight can go all 15 minutes, and I wouldn't be surprised. Give me Cody Gibson to win this fight by unanimous decision, 29-28, 30-27 on all judges' scorecards. Let's get it. Miranda Maverick versus Dione Barbosa. Miranda Maverick looks very small compared to Dione Barbosa. Miranda Maverick has her own pickle shop. She has her own lemonade. She has everything, bro. This girl's doing everything. She stole Andrea Lee's whole flow. Miranda Maverick at a -148, Dione Barbosa +120. So Barbosa looked a lot bigger than Maverick at the face-offs. I'd rather look at Maverick from a live bet perspective because I think there's a good chance she loses the first round. Barbosa can have success early, but she slows down as the fight goes on. Saw her slow down in the Kruschewsky fight. Her last time out, the more the fight goes on, the more it favors Miranda. Miranda Maverick round 3 decision is more likely. I like Miranda Maverick by round 3 decision. It's more juicier. She's a -2. She's like a -275, I believe, or like 275. Yeah, so those odds are a little. They were the prior odds before. So she's like a -275 now. So Miranda Maverick by submission is one of my best options at a +500. I think Miranda Maverick just to win by submission. But if you want the double chance, Miranda Maverick to win by submission or on points, it's a -185, and it reduces the odds by a lot. I think Dione Barbosa wins the first round, and I'm going to be looking for a live bet to bet on my Miranda Maverick. I think she's a very good fight. She's a very good lock of the week for MMA experts, and she's going to win this fight. Definitely. Next fight, bro. Kruschewsky versus Trey Ogden. Kruschewsky is a -118. Trey Ogden is a -104. Trey won't put on any exciting fights, bro. Trey's one of the most defensively sound fighters. He just stays. He's waiting for the punch. He's waiting for the punch. He's waiting for the takedown. Trey won't put on any exciting fights, but that's a good thing. You want a guy who's going to go out there and play smart. Trey might be way too defensive. I think this fight goes the distance, but fight goes the distance is a -205. So I parlayed that. I used that as a parlay piece that this fight goes the distance. I think it's more likely, and I think it's a lot safer because this is a pick on -118 for Kruschewsky, -104 for Trey Ogden. I'm going to be going Kruschewsky just because his wins over Usman Ribovic, his last win Al-Sawadi, and he's coming into his own. And I think his fight against Mateus Rebecca was a little showing in his flaws, but I think he should be able to beat a guy like Trey Ogden, and he's faced stylistic matchups like that before. So let's go with Kruschewsky to win this fight by decision, 29-28, 29-28 in all judges' scorecards. And right here, Luana Carvalho versus Lucy Padalova. Lucy Padalova looked terrible on the scales. Terrible, bro. She looked drained. Lucy Padalova is a -105. Luana Carolina is a -115. Padalova looked rough on the scale. Live bet is interesting. No value on inside the distance. Take the over on this fight. Take the money line if you are betting on this fight. This fight screams 1-800-GAMBLER. So if you're going to bet on this fight, you're a gambling degen addict, and I don't blame you. So take Luana Carolina. I'll take Luana Carolina at a -115 to beat Lucy Padalova. I think she's better. Luana Carolina has lost to Molly McCann. She looked bad in that fight, but I think that fight has taught her a lot, and she's going to get way better. She's going to beat Lucy Padalova, and she's better, and she has a higher ceiling than Lucy Padalova does, and Lucy Padalova looked terrible on the scale. Live bet is interesting, guys. Good luck on this one. I'm going to be taking Lucy Padalova. Not confident at all, but I think she wins this fight by unanimous decision, 29-28, 30-27, 29-28. And the first prelim of the card, Usman versus Thomas Petersen. Guys, I wish we had Iron Turtle. Iron Turtle's not fighting on this card no more, unfortunately. Very, very, very disappointed in that fight because I really want to see Iron Turtle versus Brad Tavares, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise because maybe Iron Turtle was going to lose, but we don't know. So right now we're dealing with this as the prelim. I mean, it's not a bad card, not a bad card. Usman -130, Thomas Petersen +110. I think this fight goes the distance. Not only do I think this fight goes the distance, I think this fight has a chance of being a boring fight. And the more boring it is, the more likely it is to go the distance. This fight goes the distance, probably juiced. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's probably like a -200, but I'll take it. I'll take the -200 if it's parlayable. I also like Usman to win this fight by decision on points. It's more likely his takedowns. I think he's better than Tom Petersen everywhere. It's just Tom Petersen makes fights a little bit closer than they need to be. Mo Usman has that problem too. His only KO in the UFC was to Zach Polga. I don't know if he KOs Thomas Petersen. He can KO Thomas Petersen. If you want a safety bet, just go Mo Usman by KO or on points. And that's probably like plus money. But I don't have a very confident pick on one of these guys. Thomas Petersen can win this fight. I think this fight goes to split decision. I wouldn't be surprised. And I think Mo Usman's going to win it. 29-28 split. 29-28 Petersen, 29-28 Mo Usman. And to start off the prelims, we'll have a very controversial split decision for Mo Usman. Let's get it, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment your most anticipated fight, and let me know what you guys think of Iron Turtle not being able to fight. I hope he's okay. Hopefully that fight gets rescheduled. I really want to see him fight, and it's going to be a barn burner. Enjoy the fights tomorrow. Enjoy the Mike Perry versus Jake Paul fight, and let's get it. You guys already know my safety parlay. Safety parlay is Verna Jandiroba and co-main. Okay, so main event doesn't go the distance at -180, and co-main doesn't go the distance. Equals out to a -110 parlayable. If you guys want, you guys can put you guys can put Miranda Maverick, Jeong Lee, Bill Algeo, Kaynan Kruschewsky, and Steve Garcia in a parlay if you want. I'm going to be doing a safety parlay. This is one of my other safety parlays. Steve Garcia to win his fight, Jeong Lee to win his fight, and main event to not go the distance. That's my safety 3-leg parlay. If you guys like it, drop a like. Let me know your safety parlays, guys. Let's get it. But there's no such thing as a safety parlay in MMA. Let's get it. See you guys at the top. Let's get it. The best is blessed, baby. Hey.